Everyone, Jared Wilson and Kiera here. Oh, go. She has her own introduction now. You see how this week's progressed, obviously. So, final day, Black Love Week, sharing different questions that we've received through our relationship and just answering and giving us our 2 cents on it. As you guys know, and as I've continued to say, one of the pillars of Black Gentleman's Guide is relationships. So this whole week's been about fostering positive relationships and surrounding, of course, Black Love Week. So nonetheless, let's get into our last questions for this week. So the first one, what does a healthy relationship look like?
That's a tough one. I feel like everybody's relationship is obviously different. But I think first and foremost, it's just having that friendship. So a healthy relationship is that you're friends first. I feel like sometimes we tend to forget that where we started, we started off as friends. And so I feel like that should continue to be the case throughout the rest of the relationship.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's one of those things where you should always be dating. But I say healthy, to me, always starts on an individual level. Am I healthy mentally? Am I healthy spiritually? Not necessarily physically. Yeah, I'm sure. The thinking here. I think if you can find your way to be healthy as an individual, then you're bringing your best version of yourself to the relationship, not necessarily the baggage that you've come from. So finding, even though when we first started talking, we both had baggage that we needed to clear up and really heal from. And so it was one of those things where we actually had to really be respectful of each other and not necessarily push to say, okay, hey, we need to make this work. But hey, me being understanding that she had things she still needed to heal from and vice versa. So that way we were both bringing the best version of ourselves. I think if you have that and you're good from within, then you're going to be able to bring that. So I feel like that automatically helps. I would say the next part to that is probably the communication and honesty part that we touched on in the prior, and trust. It's about having that and starting with that. If you have that at the foundation, you're really always going up. As opposed to if you're here and you didn't have that, then you're automatically having to start over, which can help tarnish a relationship. So next question. How do you stay in a committed relationship? Now, I've seen statistics. I don't know if I agree, disagree, but I've seen statistics where it says 75% of men will cheat in a relationship or a marriage at some point. 50% of women do the same. I don't know if that is cheating as in, people have their own definitions of cheating, but what do you say across? Right. So for us, it's like, hey, cheating's cheating. How do you stay in a committed relationship?
I think that goes back to the whole individual level point. I can't be committed to someone if I'm not committed to thyself. So I think having me together and making sure I'm clear about my wants, my needs, and expectations will help us to have a committed and healthy relationship.
Yeah.
Of course, I wouldn't want to do something to hurt someone, and I wouldn't want them to do something like that to me. So of course, you treat others how you want to be treated.
Golden rule.
Yep.
And you're right. I feel like this is something where it's a level of maturity.
Right.
One, and two, that starts from within of having that honest conversation to say, hey, this is my intention. This is what I want to do. Yeah. And being honest up front. No one, especially as you get older, I think people recognize that no one wants to get played. No one wants to play games.
Don't waste my time.
And we've all been in situations. I know I have where, you're in situations where you've been cheated on, you've cheated, and you've made mistakes and things. And so one of the things that I always live by too is to be better than my past. So not repeat the same mistakes, but be better. And so by having that mindset, it allows you to one, have that upfront communication so people don't make the same mistakes, and so that way you're being honest. The other thing I would also say, which is very true, is you got to have boundaries. And so I know that's something where we spend time talking about is it's very easy in today's world to be in a relationship, be long distance, and clearly you're around people of the opposite sex. Clearly you might go out, you might drink, whatever the case is, and you're putting yourself in situations we both know you shouldn't be in.
Right.
So having that understanding and those boundaries up front also allows you to really think like, if my intention in this relationship is just to date for fun, then do I really need to be in this relationship? Mm-hmm. If I'm in this relationship just because I want to get some, then do I really need to be here? And that's both ways. More importantly, if I'm dating because this is somebody that I want to go spend the rest of my life with, then I need to make decisions that are going to help me get to that end goal, and definitely not jeopardize that.
You made some really good points. maturity, being intentional, trust, open communication, all of the above. I agree.
Absolutely. So, from that, once again, we thank you guys so much. Definitely thank you for the entire week. The questions that have continued to come in, feel free to continue to shoot them to Black Gentlemen's Guide, and we'll look for ways to come up with additional videos or segments in the future to touch on if there's certain things you want to know. While this is, of course, promoting the rise of Black men, one of the things that I always want to highlight is the fact that as a Black man and as Black men, it is up to us to continue to stand up and rise to the occasion and be there for our Black queens, our Black women, to show them the way to do things. So it's one of those things where it's not, hey, just do this. It's, hey, let me find ways to show you guys how. Nonetheless, we appreciate it so much. From here, Black Gentlemen's Guide, staying tall. Oh, that was the perfect ending. Staying tall.